During the preseason game, Odell Beckham Jr. was hit dirty, illegally. I don't personally think it was illegal. Do I think it was dirty? I think so. I usually judge dirty by intent, and I honestly feel bad for most safeties in the league nowadays, most linebackers that are in coverage, because almost every hit that is either a big hit or either too high, too low, whether it's just by an inch, they get judged, and it's almost impossible to hit someone because they have so many different rules. And I get player safety and all that stuff, but it's not flag football, damn it. Let them hit someone. So there's a couple things that came to my mind, though, with the Odell Beckham hit. My first thing was, should he be as upset as he was, and should he have been as dramatic and over the top as he was? And simply from his perspective, 100% he should be over the top, mad, angry, all that stuff. Because even if the hit even if you didn't deem the hit dirty or illegal, it was a hit that is career compromising. When you get hit, and especially, I don't think a lot of people understand like how strong your legs are, yes, but also sensitive. Getting a major leg injury or a major knee injury, those are career ending. And if I'm Odell Beckham and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have another 10, 12 years I can play in this league. I have a lot of money I can make. I got a lot of shoe deals I can sign. I have a lot of advertisement I can do. I've got at least $100 million plus contract in my future. I'm going to be really angry if some dude hits me in a way that I think is slightly out of the norm. And that's what prevents me from getting that $100 million deal. That's what prevents me from getting that new shoe deal. So let's start with that. I completely understand why he's upset, even if I don't think the hit itself was illegal or dirty. And the other question you get into with Odell Beckham is he becoming a headache? Because there's a lot of people that looked at what he did, and it's like, okay, he was kind of over the top. He was, a little over dramatic. He kind of set up the reporters in a smart-ass way, whereas he makes this big scene, walks off the field, and then when the reporter asks him, how are you doing, he responds with sarcasm. Is he a headache? No. And even if he was, you'd never admit it. Because when you're the most productive receiver in NFL history for your first 3 years, you could literally be as big of a headache as you wanted to be. But you produce. You are needed. You are a valuable commodity. So your headache factor is far less. Terrell Owens and Randy Moss are two of the three most productive receivers this league has ever seen. And they were only a headache for about 3 years between the two. That's when they could no longer play. That's when you become a headache. When you're no longer this valuable commodity. If you're ever in a position of management and there might be some guy who, through casually talking, you might not like his perspective, you might not like his overall attitude, but when he's on the job, he's so damn productive and he's so proficient at what he's doing, you just kind of have to deal with him. You're just like, all right, I might not like this thing he said, I might not like the way he handled this, but he's so good at his job, I'm hands off. I gotta be. I can't, because to compromise it and to bring it to his attention and then to possibly lose the productive worker, if you've ever been in a position of management, it's far worse to have an unproductive worker who you like than a productive worker who you don't like. So Odell Beckham is about 5-6 years at least removed from actually being a headache. Because for the next 5 or 6 years, he'll be one of the top 2 or 3 receivers in the league. And as long as he's that, no one will care how many goalposts he kicks. No one will really care how many parties he throws on boats. Because no one would care about the party he threw on a boat if the Giants won that game. They could have lost the following week, and it had been completely okay. But only because they lost the day or 3 days after he was on the boat, that's when it became a story. Terrell Owens, when was he a headache? The last couple years of his career, when he just really couldn't play anymore. When was Randy Moss a headache? The last year or two of his career and that year or two in Oakland. When you're catching 23 touchdowns when you're leading the league in receiving, you're breaking records that have stood for years, you're suddenly not a headache because you're a productive worker, whether someone likes you or not. Your boss just kind of has to deal with you. You force hands-off management. I've done it myself. I'm not always the easiest person to get along with, but I've always been productive anywhere I've went, and they kind of have to be hands-off with me. I made myself not a headache, even if I really was. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. If you'd like to see more videos, click right here on my chest. And I will see you guys next time.